Hey everyone, welcome back to Mizu Education. In today's video, we're going to unlock one of the most fundamental concepts, Pythagoras Theorem. Let's get started. Alright, first things first, what exactly is Pythagoras Theorem? Well, it's a rule that relates to the lengths of different sides of a right-angled triangle. In simple terms, if you know the lengths of two sides of that right-angled triangle, you can figure out the third side using Pythagoras Theorem. Now this theorem has a very interesting formula, and that formula is c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. Now what is c, a, and b? Well, to understand this, let's first draw up our right-angled triangle. Now in this right-angled triangle, we can see that we have a very long side over here. Now this long side is known as the hypotenuse. Now the hypotenuse, according to our formula, is denoted as c. So we're going to put a c with a circle over here. Now what we can see with all hypotenuse in right-angled triangles is that they're always opposite the right angle. Next, we have two shorter sides, which we can see here and here. Now these two shorter sides are our A and B in our formula, and it doesn't really matter which one is which. Now that we know what the formula is and how this actually looks like in our right-angled triangle, let's apply this to some questions that we may see. Now note, for Pythagoras Theorem, there are two question types. Number one is we're trying to solve for the hypotenuse length, so that's our longer side. Or the second question type is that we're trying to solve for the shorter side lengths, that is our A or our B. Let's start with the first, solving for our longer side, also known as our hypotenuse. In this triangle, let's say we have the two shorter side lengths of 3 and 4, and our aim is to find this longer side length over here. Now step one for all the questions you're going to be doing with Pythagoras Theorem is always take the time to write down the formula. So our formula is c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. Now c, remember, is our longer side, and that's what we're trying to find. We have the other two side lengths, A and B. So our second step here is to fill in the values that we've already got. So in this way, we will put it as c squared is equal to 3 squared plus 4 squared. Now that we've filled in the values, let's try to isolate this c by itself. We can see we've got this squared attached over here, and I don't want that. I want to move that to the other side somehow. Now to move a squared over the other side, I have to do the opposite. Now what is the opposite of squaring something? It's the square root. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to square root both sides over here. That way, this square root and this square will cancel, leaving me with just c is equal to square root of 3 squared plus 4 squared. Now from this step, usually you can just put it into your calculator and you can get the answer. But let's work through this one together. So we have c is equal to the square root of, so 3 squared is 9 plus 4 squared is 16. Let's simplify that down. So c will equal the square root of 25. And from here, we know that the square root of 25 is just equal to 5. So our longer side length is 5. Now what happens when we don't get any units? The best thing to do is just write units next to it. And that is our answer completed. Now that was solving for the longer side. What about if we want to solve for the shorter side? So what I'm going to do, let's get rid of this 3 over here. Let's put in our 5, which is the answer that we got previously. And let's try to actually solve for this shorter side length over here. Now we're expecting an answer of 3 because that's how we got our previous answer, but let's go ahead and work through this. Now step 1 is to write our formula. So what is our formula again? C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. Now the second step is let's fill in the values that we've got. Now this time I have my longer side, and our longer side, remember, is the C. So let's go ahead and put in our respective values. 5 squared is equal to 4 squared plus B squared. And our aim, we can see here, is to find one of those shorter side lengths, which we've got over here. Now, how do I rearrange this to get our shorter side length? Now, let's have a look. Our variable, or our unknown, is on this right-hand side over here. Now, to isolate B squared in this right-hand side, we have to move this 4 squared to the other side. To move this 4 squared over to the other side, I need to minus both sides by 4 squared. So let's go ahead and do that. Minus 4 squared, minus 4 squared. Now this 4 squared and this minus 4 squared will cancel on the right hand side, leaving me with 5 squared minus 4 squared on the left hand side is equal to B squared on the right hand side. Now from here, again we can see I just want our shorter side of just B. That means I need to get rid of this squared over here. To get rid of a squared, we need to do the opposite, and the opposite of a square is to square root. So we're going to square root B squared and square root this entire thing over here on the left hand side. That way, the square root and the squared will cancel out, leaving me with, and let's just kind of rearrange it so we've got the unknown on the left hand side. So we'll put in B is equal to the square root of 5 squared minus 4 squared, like that. And again, from here, usually you can just put this into your calculator, but let's go ahead and solve this together. So B will equal to the square root of 25 minus 16, and that means that B will equal to the square root of 9, which is equal to 3. And again, 3 is our side length. If we haven't got any units, let's just put in units over here. And that is our answer completed for solving for a shorter side length. And there you have it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up for more maths tips and tricks. Also, leave a comment down below with any questions you might have or any other topics you'd like to see in future videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.